it's Andrew here. Welcome back to another video. Today what we got to do is a few things to do today. I don't know if you guys if I got this when we were in the last stream there or not, but here's that super bird that we picked up. And I got a few things that I'm planning on doing to this one. I'll explain more when we get back. These are my wheels and tires. I found it in, So we're going to take this, we're going to hook up to a trailer, and then we got to hit the junkyard, see what's there. We'll purchase a few vehicles if they have any. And then there's a guy's shop down the road there who I hired, we'll say, to paint that Ram 3500 that we picked up yesterday. So without further ado, let's get going here, and let's head to the junkyard first, see what's there. And then we're going to head to Buddy's paint shop there, and then hopefully the truck's done and we can bring it home. And then we can possibly start working on that as well. So, but that one right there is going to be set up for drag racing and track racing. So it's going to have two different engines in it. So, all right, let's fire this little girl up here. And we're going to go hook up to a trailer, and then I'll see you guys at the junkyard. Alrighty, here we are at the famous junkyard here. I'm going to take a quick little glance around, see what's all here. I don't know, would you guys be interested in seeing a Honda Civic get built? I mean, it is only $3 grand, so you can't really go wrong, so we may as well buy that. If you guys want to see a Honda Civic get built, let me know in the comments. Maybe give me some ideas on what to do with it. Alright, let's see, we got anything else? Nothing? What's this? The bolt horn. And it's probably the Storm. Yep. One point in time, those things were hard to find. Now they're everywhere. Ooh, Aston Martin. Vantage. V8 M177 twin turbo rear wheel drive, the Vantage. I mean, hey, for $3 grand less, I can make money off of that without even fixing it, just selling it. So if you guys also want to see the Aston Martin get built, let me know, and we will build it. What do we got here? ZZ, probably with a small block Chevy. Yep. Definitely does have it. 2,900 pounds. While I have a bunch of these at the shop, I'm looking for another 600 Pro. And that'll be our actual small tire car. So, alright, let's see here. Pretty sure we built one of these. But that's a little overpriced, so we're gonna pass up on that opportunity right now. Alright. Now we're gonna head over to that paint shop I was telling you guys about, and we're gonna go see what they have in store for us. And I'll explain more when we get there. Alright, here we are at the paint shop just down the road from us. You know, it's not bad. It's got nice red siding on it with that red brick. Let's hop on inside. Dang, this guy really likes his red brick, huh? Huh. Ooh, look at that, white doors. Interesting. Huh. Kind of almost the same setup as mine, except for he's got like concrete floor. I guess you would say. Ow. I guess you would say. Alright, there's our truck. Ooh, that's a nice color. I like that. Ooh, I really do. It's got it all finished. Looking snazzy. Alright, so I think we're going to back the trailer up to this and throw this in the back of it. And then sometime this week we got to go down to the junkyard and pick up those other two cars that I bought. So, alright. So, I'll see you guys when we get back to our shop. Alrighty, here we are back in our shop now, just back down the road here, and overall I'm looking at this, and it looks pretty decent. It cost me about $5 grand for the paint job, and that's not bad considering what condition it was in. Overall, you know, it's probably basically probably what it would have cost me. Let's put this up. Let's take a look underneath of it, shall we? Oh, that's nice. I like that. Got the right amount of gap. Beautiful. Maybe I might start farming all my paint jobs to there. I don't know. We'll see. But anywho, as I was explaining, this one, we're going to turn this back into a race car. It looks like somebody did at one point in time. It looked like they went straight line racing with it. But we're going to have it so you're able to do more than just that. So let's get this into the shop. And we'll get her stripped down. Car lift A. Now, like I said, these are my wheels. These are just my throw on to, you know, roll it around the area. You know what I mean? So we're going to yank these off. And hopefully we can get this thing stripped. And then at least get a coat of primer on it today anyway. At least that. So I'm not going to do this all in one video here. And it's probably going to be a long video. So I figure it'd be pretty generous, you know, break it up into a couple. Give it some watching material. I mean, this car is basically complete. But before we go any further with ripping all the wheels off and such, well, after the wheels are all off, what I do want to do is see if we can actually get this motor running. Because he said it hasn't ran in a while. And definitely going to need some oil. Possibly a brand new battery, I don't know. But we're going to take this battery out of here. Good. And while we're actually doing this, let's throw the battery on charge. Yeah, it's at 38%, but you know, let's give it a good full charge. You know, see if we light the car on fire or not with it. Yeah, it's fairly complete. It's supposed to be a high horsepower, high compression engine, so I don't know. Oh, let's clean that. I guess it doesn't really matter if we clean it up or not. Alright, let's grab that off there. It should be charged by now. We got one of them fast chargers. Good. Alright, now we got some windows, or we got windows, or we ain't got no seats either. I can't remember. We have seats from yesterday? I don't remember. Hey, look at that. We do. Cool. These ain't the seats that are going to be going in. I'll tell you that right now. Alright, let's give it a couple shots of the good. Impressive. Plain Jane interior. I love it. I love it. Looks like you had the heater on high there at one point. Alright, so now we know the motor runs. Now I gotta drain the oil out of it before I can pull it out of the car. It's all good, I guess, right? Let's do that first. And while we're over here, let's grab this. Put this over there. Good. Alright, let's drain this oil out of it. I've seen worse. I mean, I really, truly, honestly have seen worse. So let's put that back, and let's jump up into here. Let's yank this pipe out. Work our way over to here. Let's get this one out of here. Slowly work our way back. There we go. Alright, let's get the bolts out of the drive shaft. Let's pull this out of here. That's impressive, actually. Alright, let's finish ripping off this exhaust. Let's get this transmission out of the way. I guess we'd probably have to remove the starter, huh? Let's see, what my game plan for this suspension is, if I can, because I want to repair all the suspension. That's why I don't have nothing built or bought. I don't have nothing painted for it. I don't have nothing. I want to try to reuse all this. Well, we're going to have to change the shocks, the sway bars, sway bar end links, the bushings, the bearings, center caps, stuff like that. But like for instance, the spindles, the upper and lower control arms, the cross member, the differential, I want to try to reuse all of that. So hopefully we're going to be able to. I mean, that'd be pretty sweet, right? Bring it back to original glory. Heck, I even want to try to repair all these body panels. I mean, like we got a bit of work ahead of us here. And the next episode is probably going to be us restoring and repairing everything. Like this isn't going to be a fast series. I'll tell you that right now. This is going to take a minute. I want to do everything correctly. Now, let's use the drain tool. Guarantee it's got some kind of coolant in it. Might not be a lot, maybe a lot. I don't know. Alright, let's get the power steering fluid out of here. Good, good. At least we know that's a running driving engine. Or it was a running and driving car, because everything on this thing looks complete minus a few bushings. So, I mean, that's not bad. I mean, that's pretty respectable. Alright, we're good with that, and let's get this out of here. That's what I mean, we're even going to try to repair the original radiator, too. See if that is going to be decent enough. Alright, we don't need this battery in here, because we are going to be hitting it with the handy-dandy little welder. Alright, now we're going to put this back up. And the reason why I'm not going to be reusing the engine is because, well, there's our drag block. It's already got the crank and such in it. That'll be, you know, building in soon here. And but for the actual racetrack stuff, what I'm planning on doing is installing a Hemi. A Hemi. That thing got a Hemi. You dang right it's going to have a Hemi. So that's going to be, again, I'll probably do the engines in one day, suspensions in another. You know, it's going to be a process. But this episode, I also want to buy all the new suspension for that truck over there. So, and we'll work some of the video on this. We'll work some of the video on that, and hopefully they get pretty much done together. So, in theory, anyway, that's what the game plan is. Let's run on over to this side of the car. Get that out. All right. Let's move this leaf spring plate, the leaf spring. All right. Swing around here to the drum. Beautiful. And let's take off the shoe, the wheel cylinder. And now we're going to take off the drive axle. Good. Backing plate. Rear knuckle housing B. Why? Because it's got drum brakes. All right. Perfect. Ew, I should look a little harder at this before I bought it, huh? Thank God our welder does magical things. It's magically weldable. Alright, wheel bearing, you're out. Or take the shock out of the way first, I guess. Alright. Get the caliper, brake pad, brake rotor. And we are going to be upgrading the rotors on this too. We will be putting aftermarkets on it, just, you know, for better stopping power, better clamping force. It looks like I plan on hitting the corners hard, and I'm going to need something to slow me down. If not, I'm going to kiss the wall a few times, and I don't really want to do that. So, alright, we got that. Where's the sway bar end link? Right here. Letter D. Alright, let's get this inner tie rod out of here. Lower control arm out of here. Good. I guess it's a little too soon to be taking that off, since it's probably got it all over there too. So let's slide across the floor here. Jump on over here. Let's get this brake caliper off. Good. Let's get... Perfect. Now the rotor. The wheel cylinder. The wheel bearing. Wheel hub. No, not wheel cylinder. Dust cap. Keep the dirt and grime out of the bearings. That's what I meant to say, you know. Alright, pop that ball joint free, it's out. Perfect. Let's get this sway bar and link out of the way. Good, good, good. Let's get the outer tie rod off. Inner tie rod. Steering rack, goodbye. Sway bar, you too. We don't need you here no more. Good, good, good. Let's get the shock out of the way. Now we're going to take this. Perfect. And now the steering knuckle, probably C if I had to guess. Let's get this last bigger bushing out of the way. And let's take out the cross member. If I had to guess, it's probably going to be cross member E. Looks like everything on this car is salvageable. Ooh, that's nice. Oh yeah, I can put the heritage back into it. Nice. Alright, I think we're pretty much stripped. We just got to remove the fuse panel. Well, we're going to leave that seat in there for now. This truck over here is going to be our tow pig. That's what this thing's going to be. So, she's going to have the best motor, best drivetrain, decent looking set of wheels and tires on it. Yeah, she's going to be a beaut when she's done. So that's where we're at right now. And I was debating to keep this car this color right here, which it may actually turn out to be a pretty nice color in the end, or doing it petty blue. Let me know in the comments. Should we keep it this color or should we do it petty blue? That's up to you guys. I'll let you guys decide that one. Windshield, get out of the way, man. You're always in the way. Alright, let's bring over a handy dandy little welder. Perfect. Let's hit it with the welder. Let's see what this thing actually looks like. I mean, it's a nice color, I guess, per se. And it matched the block that I did. Let me know in the comments. Should we keep it this color or petty blue? Alright, now we're going to focus our attention onto this. Alright, we need to get rid of that. Perfecto. And now I just need some information is all. That's all. Just a little bit of information. And I'm not really worried about the exhaust at the moment, even though I can probably almost guarantee you this thing's going to give me a hassle. So, alright. It's a leaf spring rear, so we know what to get for that. Alright, let's go in the car parts here. We need 2 of those, 2 of these, 2 of those. And then I want to say they're going to be front drive axle A's, I think. Where are you? Way up here. Why do we do that to ourselves? Put that way up there. Front drive axle A. Front drive axle D and 2 A's. Yes, with front drive shaft H, which I think we actually restored that. So we need 2 of those, 1 of these, and now we need 2 of those. And the steering knuckle is C. See what we're doing? And then the cross member is also as well C. Good. It's going to have disc brakes on the rear, guaranteed, because it's a modern vehicle. So we're going to get 2 of those, 1 of these, 4 of these, oh, well, 1 more. And then we need 2 of those, and 2 of those. 1 of these, 2 of those, 2 of those. Wrong page. Alright, now we're going to need 2 shock absorber Bs. We're going to need 12 bigger bushings, 4 smaller bushings. Going to need 2 solid rear drive axles. And then we're going to need a steering rack, 2 front sway bar and links, 2 upper control arms. We don't need those because it's 4-wheel drive. We need 2 bearings and 2 wheel hub 3s. We're going to get the brake calipers. We're going to get 4 of those. 4 of the wheel brake cylinders. We need full pads. 1 servo. And we don't need drum brakes for this bad boy. And then we also need front drive shaft H, was it not? Let's just double check and verify. Front drive shaft H, yes, it was. And then hopefully by the next time you guys see this, we should be painting parts for it, if I had to guess. So, alright everybody, I think that right here is going to do it for this episode here. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one where we start restoring the parts for that and installing the parts for this after we paint them, of course. So, again, thank you all very much for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. Bye, everyone.